As you lie down on your feather bed on your first night in Restoration Britain, you will notice the quiet. If you're visiting during the 1690s, maybe you can hear a long case clock chiming downstairs in the parlour. If you're here in the 1660s, probably the only sound will be the creak of the staircase as the maid gently makes her way up to sleep in the attic, or that of a dog outside, barking at the night watchman. The bell in the church tower will ring the hour throughout the night, sounding in the starlit darkness beyond your shuttered window. Otherwise, there is silence. Like many people, you may let the nightlight burn down, so there is a glow beyond the bed hangings. If you've left them open, you'll see the candle flame shining on the wooden panelling of your chamber. On a linen-covered table are the looking-glass you'll gaze into in the morning, and the combs your maidservant will use to dress your hair in preparation for the day ahead. But therein lies a question. What does the day ahead hold? The chances are that even though you come from the modern world and can look back on the period from 1660 to 1700 with the benefit of hindsight, you don't know what destiny awaits you here. These 4 decades are tumultuous. People experience everything, from rapturous enthusiasm for one king to the violent expulsion of his successor. There are wars abroad and riots at home, persecutions of some religious minorities and greater toleration of others, expanding trade in the Far East, and the disappearance of the plague from British shores. Most significantly, there is a marked rise of rational, scientific thinking. Professionalism enters many walks of life. The city of London grows into an international capital, and the middle sorts suddenly spring up with their refined ways of living and fashion-conscious tastes. It is the age of many geniuses. It produces the greatest British architect of all time in Christopher Wren, the greatest British scientist in Isaac Newton, and the greatest diarist in Samuel Pepys. It also heralds the greatest composer in Henry Purcell, the greatest woodcarver in Grinling Gibbons, and the greatest clockmaker in Thomas Tompion. It sees the heyday of Peter Lely and Godfrey Kneller in the world of painting, the apogee of John Milton and John Dryden in poetry, and it applauds a mass of brilliant actors, actresses, and dramatists, including Thomas Otway, Aphra Behn, and William Congreve. And don't forget those 3 other geniuses in science, Robert Boyle, Robert Hooke, and Edmund Halley, whose achievements would place them in the front rank if it were not for Newton.